walking. And then the echo, you can turn it off, yes, too. Yeah, too big. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so are we,
Thanks, Jeanette.
You're welcome.
are we hot, sir?
We are hot.
Is everybody else ready? Get them go on the road. I'm going to call to order a workshop meeting for Wednesday, April the 22nd. The time is 8:05 a.m. here in the Hubbard Room of Ruidoso Down City Hall. Can I get a volunteer for the pledge? Okay. Matt?
I pledge allegiance to the and
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Sir?
Doctor, here.
Gutierrez?
Yes, Gutierrez.
here.
Uh,
Place one.
Lake 12,
Here.
Taylor. Carol, Scott.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, but we do have a quorum.
I would like to say I've been to, this is my 7th budget meeting and I've never seen the finance director's roll call, so you did an excellent.
There's gonna be a few hiccups, but I promise we'll get through it.
So this is a meeting of firsts, I think, so.
And I'm excited that point.
Okay, so the first department is the municipal court.
I would like to recuse since my salary is being not included in this budget, so I will be in my office until I'm called on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Looks like,
Just a little.
Little that, okay.
so the municipal court is the first department up, ma'am. Can they-
I'm good. How are you guys?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
You look be. I'm gonna be first, you know. Thank you. First of the day, we can work out day next to the.
Corey, what page is that on?
Municipal courts is page 4 at the start.
So that page isn't gonna be right. Human resources didn't put in increased salary for the. Judge into this, and so that affects not only the elected official line, but also the. Tax lines, the PRA lines, and so. What's on this is not going to reflect the numbers that are actually needed, just because it's. When it's those items.
So what we didn't need to fix that.
Well, I mean, Donna's not here, so,
That's gonna be a Donna.
yeah, that's gotta be Donna, but we figured it out and it needs to be 311. 615, it looks like. And that's an estimated, because I don't know taxes. I'm not a tax person.
Right, so generally, when I've done these in the past, that everything down to. Down to workers' compensation is done through the finance side of things, and they'll plug those numbers in for you. so.
Right, insurance, PRA, taxes.
Yeah, all
All of that gets plugged in by them, I don't know any of that information. So the estimate is 311. 615, and last year was 318, so. Yes.
There,
When will Don be back?
what's today, Wednesday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Judge,
We'll bring it back to us tomorrow.
Well, she'll plug all those things into and get her to her, so.
Yeah, I'm okay with, I'm okay with just saying I need 311,616.
So that's your bottom line.
That's my bottom line, it's 7,000 less than last year.
It is 7,000 less.
$7,050, and as you guys all know, I never used my whole budget. I don't think the 5 years I've been here, I have ever depleted my budget, ever.
Oh, well, that's,
That's appreciated.
Yeah, I try to be frugal, but with the cost of living and the cost of everything increasing, it's hard to estimate.
Okay, so what was the number you gave, 311?
311,616. Again, that's kind of an estimate, it's gonna kind of depend on when Donna plugs those in.
Right. Did you have anything, you said you're down 5,000 or?
No, so last year I asked for 318,652 is what I got.
Mhm.
And so this year would be a little over 7,000 down from.
Thousand. Have to get to that.
No, I didn't, no, I don't really remember what all, let's see, we cut, and again, that may be even less. If it goes through where the city just does the utilities as a whole and the phone as a whole, I still had to account for it in here, but that money then wouldn't be needed either. See what, I don't know.
So did you want to go through your line items with us or?
I mean, if you guys have questions about them, we can, but
I just want to know, I want
Yeah.
to make sure that you're.
I mean, if you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Off the top of my head, I wish I could tell you what was cut. I think part of it's insurance. I think that the insurance estimate maybe was lower this year than last year. In the 5 years I've been here, it seems like the insurance is always estimated and it's always high.
The estimate is high?
Yes, always, every year that I've done this. I don't do the estimate, that's done in City Hall.
Right.
It seems like this year the estimate was lowered. So I can't explain that, that would be something, Donna, I don't know if they put out bids or.
Yeah, and she does go, especially for the health insurance.
Are we talking about health insurance or? just-
Correct.
Okay, Donna came to me, she put out bids. If we stay with who we have now and we go ahead and renew now, it's only an 8% increase.
Okay.
If we wait until the contract ends
Mhm.
and do it, it's, what did she say, was 15% increase? Well, if we go with Presbyterian, it would be a 30% increase. If we went with, there was one more company and it was like 27% increase. She got her three
She got the
bids.
3 bids, but it sounds like if we were to renew now, we're
And
farther ahead.
yeah, so we went ahead and I told her, I said, okay, we have all the bids, we have everything. Let's go with who we have and let's do it now. So we only have an 8% increase.
Yeah.
So our health insurance is gonna be an 8% increase this year.
I think that's actually better than what they
I
projected
think it's
in the
been 10,
past.
10 and 12,
Uh-huh.
15 for.
Yeah, it was always high every,
Yes.
so
So that's a good, that's probably where you're seeing that savings. is.
Right.
what's your estimate again?
311,616.
311.
And again, that should totally change depending on what happens with the utilities and phones.
So will you be submitting your line item estimates, or requests to finance?
What do you mean?
Or just.
Is that the, okay, I'm sorry.
No, hey, we're all learning, well, you're learning, because this is a different position. So under Mallory Rusk in House Bill 298. Council can give me the bottom line or not, whatever number they give me, I gotta work with, where I choose to put it,
Yeah, it's your budget.
right, so.
Good,
Yeah, that's the only thing with courts.
okay.
The only thing we talked about with courts is the bottom line. And then she decides where she puts it.
Okay.
Right, and then again, that could change, because I don't know, I mean, before the final budget, I guess, you guys call that. That could change, because I don't know when Donna plugs these numbers in.
Plugs them in and gets them to you, then that may come in differently.
Correct.
Okay. I guess we don't really need to do much anything then. If that's what you're requesting, that's what we'll submit, and if that needs to change when Don gives you the numbers, and so you guys make those.
Right, and then I could come back, I guess, for the finals. If you guys,
Right.
but if you have questions about the line, I'm going to go over.
No,
This is-
I mean, I don't have a problem answering questions.
There's nothing we can do about your line item, Judge.
No, but you can ask me why I need.
Well, I seen on here what I want to ask you about. I'm
Tell me.
going with the 311, because 311-616, that's the one it was last year.
Right,
About 7 grand.
Yeah.
but as she said, once the other numbers get plugged in, that may adjust.
It made just a little, we had to kind of estimate because Donna had put in the elected official, the part-time or the taxes, so. We had to estimate that and none of us are tax people, so that's where we're at.
Okay.
But I think maybe that's the insurance. Because the insurance is always inflated every year a lot to make sure we have enough. And if we have a pretty good amount this year, that could be where that changes.
Sure. Okay,
I'm sorry, Mayor.
let's go ahead.
Don't we have to vote on this? Good, we're approving this amount for her.
No, but
Yes,
we've just told her we're okay with this, but,
you guys have to vote and let me know. before we
Mayor? Mayor, this
Yes.
is Selena.
Oh, hello. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, everybody. Pardon my absence. No votes will be taken this morning or tomorrow. This is strictly recommendation. So it's just going to be the consensus between the discussion. So all the
On
notes
the
taken today will
discussion.
be presented to you for approval during the preliminary at the end of May.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you, Selena.
thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
sir.
looks like, I'm gonna be honest, so last year they had 77,000 estimated for insurance. This year it's 41. So it's a significant drop, for sure. But I did increase some of my line items, not by a lot. Some I left the same, only because I don't know what inflation's gonna do. I don't know in the next year how much postage is gonna go up, or paper, or just the general cost of.
Right, it's just the bottom line here is we go with the 311-616 and we control the money. If she needs more, if she needs less, then we can adjust. it.
Right, so the next budget, I think I'll know better, I mean, by the actual. Budget meeting, I think I'll know better because Donna will have.
Yeah, I guess that's part of this is we're drilling down to the solid number, so.
Right. Do you have any other questions?
I don't believe so. I don't.
What's for dessert?
It's for dessert?
Yeah, you don't fed us these numbers, so what's for dessert?
It's the bottom line.
Sorry, no.
311-616.
616.
Right, just to make-
Plus taxes.
Thank you so much for your time. I'll let Marina, she can come back.
I apologize, I wasn't trying to.
You have a good day.
You too, oh no, you're fine. We're all, this is every year is new experience.
Melanie, when Maria comes back, can you tell us, how much our revenue was and what the total budget would look like if we did adjust it
For,
for next year? So you know what the revenues are for this year.
yeah, well, kind of,
We're still trying to get an accurate
yeah.
assessed number. We know what's been presented. We're not positive it's correct yet.
I have all day deal with Cassell and we are gonna try to fix the books.
Oh, fixed versus like cook. Joking, just a joke.
I'm cook.
But typically, the very first thing we would be told is, this is how much our revenues were, and this is how we projected. Fire load, but like,
Now. Because of who
Ola.
I replaced,
Uh,
we.
You guys didn't give her a book, did you?
Dollars.
oh, is that all? Well,
But I,
$1,032,000.
yeah, but I think I found the problem.
Right.
And that's why we're gonna try to fix it Friday, and then Friday, I can hopefully do, and I apologize for saying that I would have the bank recs done by Wednesday, because I ran into this problem. But I should be able to have the full bank reconciliations done by next week. Up to date, and then I will send that to everybody so everybody knows where we stand as far as that goes.
Those should be accurate.
So we don't.
Everything comes up.
These are just.
Yeah, these are, this is just a workshop.
Yes. That's my plan.
Okay,
And like I said, I have open door policies. If you have any questions, please come and talk to me and I will.
Man, you don't know what you just did.
would it be safe to say, since we don't know when we're starting and we won't know, that we should just kind of try to keep everybody within.
So, yeah, I think we're just kind of taking in information at this point, and I've spoken with most of the department head and said, look, guys, don't know where we're at, so please be cognizant of that. Don't ask for the moon, because I don't know that I can give it to you.
Okay, good, no more.
Be as flat as you can,
We don't,
and then
know, we can't even get into space.
be as flat as you can, and then we can come back mid-year if, once we have everything reconciled and we know exactly where we're at, and if we're ahead of where we thought, or we weren't in as bad a shape as potentially we could have been,
Mhm.
then we can make adjustments.
Okay.
So, we'll see if they listen, but that's what I told them.
Well, the great thing about the way the budget works, when we put the budget in, is and I'm just gonna say, travel and mileage for council. We could put $1,000 in, once we figure out the books and everything, and you vote on it, I can adjust that up or down. However you want, as long as the governing body votes on it.
We just do a mid-year adjustment,
Mhm.
or mid-quarter, or whatever,
Yeah.
whenever we're solid.
Yeah, and there's actually a place in there for an adjustment, and I put that adjustment in, then next year when we do this. Hopefully, everything will be square and straight, looks good.
It will be. trust me.
You can look down and say, oh, look, we had $500 in our travel budget, but we used 1,000, so we had to adjust 500. Then you can turn around and go, so this year we want to ask for 1,500 or whatever.
So what I foresee, with these groups as they come in, especially everybody else, I think. Of course, you guys really don't do much driving, but the departments,
We don't
street,
do a lot of driving because currently the drivers do not direct vehicle.
okay.
I'm making an account.
The other departments, because we don't know how long this is gonna last, this mess. And if it's ever gonna come down to free, whatever again, but I think you're gonna see some padding in, and it's swag, I mean, it's just a guess. For fuel, so I think that's where you're gonna see most of that, oh, I need 40% more or something.
You have the broken chair.
Yeah.
You want this one?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
It's just, luckily there's a wall back.
So I think that's probably where you're gonna see the biggest adjustment with most of these departments, the fuel. It's just based on uncertainty,
Okay,
so.
Next.
you wanna do legislative next, let's go sit down. Then page 4, what is it, it's going to have a report.
Gotcha.
So Corey, what are the numbers under future year budget? Is that just an increase? That would be,
That is okay, so your budget before was 35,
yes,
then last year was 35. And so for the year so far, you have 2,454 left.
That's the remainder.
That's the remainder of the budget and a suggestion so that you can look at that and say, oh, well, we need a little more, we need a little less.
yeah. Then we did give a raise to the new counselors, and so that number will have to be adjusted along with, I guess that's a Donna thing again.
Again, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, $100 bonus. For like,
Right.
Month, Terry?
Meeting member counselor.
yeah,
I thought we did 250.
You did,
But it was, but we.
Oh, there's two.
Oh, so you have two meetings, based on two meetings a
Okay,
month,
I did three councils.
and then if there's anything needs to be adjusted, they adjust for that.
Then that would imply FICA and
Yes,
Medicare also change. That's true.
Yeah, it'll,
Workers'
it's like,
I think last year, I think we put 20,000 in, didn't we?
35.
35 last year?
that's what it
yeah,
is.
35.
35 last year.
Again, I think Don will make all those adjustments and suggestions. That's right.
So
So-
travel mileage and per diem, it says 1,300,
I think 7,
13,750.
And then you divide that by 4.
That mean, but it's telling us 0, so does that mean we don't have anything left in travel?
Yeah, okay, so. The 0 means that you've used your travel per diems,
Okay.
and then this also for the budget also suggests. What you should look at, like you could lower it, but if it's 0 or whatever, you might want to increase it.
increase it.
Okay.
And this is generally.
Yes.
Yes,
So where'd all the travel and per diem go for training, I'm assuming?
Yeah, well, this year, the annual meeting, was last year, the annual meeting was here, so it didn't involve any travel in Virginia.
But more of us have gone to Molly and
That's true.
Yeah.
But in 2025, I was the only one who went to drinks.
and you get that the travel mileage and per diem. Is also counts for your hotel, if you got a hotel and.
So what do we have coming up this year? We'll have the.
the annual one.
Meet, right, or conference or whatever it is.
The annual
Mayor.
one.
Mayor,
Yes, yes.
the upcoming events are still the annual 2 Mollies. At the end of the season, we got the annual conference, as you know, always in August. And then if any of the counselors, the new counselors want to pursue their official certification, then I would have more money in there for anything extra, at least 200 more, because also we got to remember is the dues have increased with the league for every registration.
Okay, yeah, I was kind of trying to get my head wrapped around how many events and how many people are gonna go.
So
So,
I will be doing, and I talked to Selena, because I'll be taking, I think, 5 additional more off of the list for the certification. I know that there's, one of them will be here. I can't remember. They told me. Which
Are you gonna do leadership New Mexico?
leadership, yeah, but I don't know where are they having that one? I know they're getting also.
so I got an invite, and I've already attended, so I declined, but I can get in touch with, whoever was it?
I'm sure I can
The
find
invite
it.
each day.
New Mexico is $750 just for registration,
Mhm.
and then it's usually 4 days. And when I did it, it was in Columbus, Portalis, and Carlsbad. And I think they got it lined up already for this year, because it starts in February, so.
So I guess a little off topic, but, related. There used to be a leadership Lincoln. And it is defunct. I graduated from Leadership 7-1. I know people that have attended Leadership Lincoln. I think it's a good program.
I didn't, we should take it.
That was gonna be my question is, do you think there would be enough interest to maybe investigate and see if we can bring it back?
I think so, just being that so many conferences want to be here. The court one will be here this year. Everybody wants to be.
Well, the Leadership Lincoln, I don't know, the program is, if it was different for you, let me know, but. The program when I went through is based on your local county, and so the program would invite, I don't know, I think we had 15 to 20 people maybe from different sectors. So from the private sector, you'd have, you know, an accountant and a store manager and a whatever, and then from like public safety, you'd have a fireman and you have a police officer and you'd have a. And so they bring these people in, and it was, it's a long time ago. I think it was 6 months, one week or 1 day a week, you'd go. And each one of you would host at some point. And so you know, as a police officer, I would bring you into, my police department. We, give you a tour, kind of give you this is what we do. Feed you lunch, give you demonstrations, and then the next week it would be go to the bank and do the same thing over again. And so it's mostly just local people for the leadership in New Mexico is the big picture.
Oh.
The small picture is the leadership, whatever county.
Okay.
And then there's some municipalities like Clovis and Carlsbad, where they have leadership cars.
That would be
Cool.
a neat thing too. Would be a short class if it was leadership.
Yeah, it reminded Leadership New Mexico, and we were in Carlsbad. The police department gave us all the t-shirts.
Nice.
Says Carlsbad Police Department.
Well, that was part, yeah, you give swags, you
Right.
give whatever.
That's a good idea. So back to travel though, with that particular thing, that it's, we need to plan ahead for that.
Yeah,
I'm on one of the committees at the municipal league, and there's a travel and meeting once a year for that committee.
Okay, so, again, especially with, say, fuel, well, pay by the mile, it doesn't matter, but, I think we're gonna be a lot more involved and invested in the past.
I think so.
So, I don't know what percentage do you think we ought to increase? 3500?
I kind of think 13, what's in here of 13, and we should double it.
So no, it's further down. Training has the same number.
It's well, because there's the travel part of it, and then the training is the training expense part of it.
the fees too.
About to say like 13,750, right?
Right.
That's probably realistic. That's the actual cost of the courses. But
And it's zero as well, but, is everybody good with double?
Well, I'm. Personally, I want to attend all the classes.
Learning, but I think it's just getting a lot more willing maybe to invest.
Well, this group's a lot more active, obviously.
So again, what do you think, double?
It's been,
I would say double.
27,500.
Yes.
that's the travel per diem.
Yes, sir, and probably the training as well.
It
Double
wouldn't hurt,
cost.
it wouldn't hurt to bump the training up. Like William said, the fees have increased.
Nothing goes down, that's for sure. So these, Corey, these line items below the, mileage and per diem, we have travel per diem, travel transportation that are zeros. Are those part of those you said you were gonna clean up?
Yes,
Okay.
there's, it seems like, and I don't know why she did it. But she put in a whole bunch of line items and then never put any money in there. It's never been used
Now,
as far back as I could see.
Should we call it placeholders? In case you need it later. That was
But
funny.
it's easy enough to add them, right?
Yes,
yeah,
So,
okay, but I would actually like to see something in building maintenance. and-
no, yeah.
Okay.
I'm specifically, speaking about. We have a travel mileage and per
Oh,
diem, and then we have a travel per diem and a travel
Mhm.
transportation.
Right,
So it's kind of a redundancy.
Yeah.
The building maintenance and
well,
repair,
travel, transportation, would that be? I mean, if we would have to fly anywhere, is that what it be, would be like air time and stuff like that, or?
but see, they take that out of the travel mileage and per diem as well.
Oh, okay,
She's
and
yeah.
taking
it's
it out.
specifically, I guess
Okay.
you could look at it that way.
right,
And that if we were doing a lot of,
Out of state.
public transportation, flying, trains, whatever,
okay,
that would be more applicable, I think,
Right.
but I don't know the last time somebody flew somewhere
yeah,
It was Judy.
to go to Washington.
downstairs, downstairs.
I don't know, but there's a real nice private jet for sale for 1.2 million.
Well,
We could,
if you could find that missing million.
You pencil that in.
Okay, so there's building maintenance and repair. Building maintenance and repair, is that specifically for, and Selena, if you're on, can you maybe enlighten us? Is that for maintenance and repair on this building?
Mayor, members of council, yes, so it's the building like that, it's applicable to you, so like when we bought these blue chairs, we put in equipment and cap out equipment. Like if you wanted to repaint, I don't know, repaint that room, or that's why there's nothing really in that line. And then for travel, training is the registration fee. Travel and per diem is the hotel and the lodging.
Okay, thank you.
Just so that was clear. And then again, if I know there's a lot of I've spoken with a lot of you guys on the chairs. If you guys want to do an order, we're able to do that. I know we got everybody chair not bucking, but that's something to think about.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, it's of this building.
Do we know if there's anything either outstanding or upcoming related to maintenance on this facility? I mean, is there, I know there's
No.
safety issues and things.
This front door.
Okay,
Yeah.
they, well, and even more than that, they really need to be replaced.
They don't lock properly, they don't unlock properly. Open.
Well, Mark had a vendor come out at the end of fall, and he basically blamed it on the settling of the building. It's a 34-year-old building. He did replace the front and where the city hall is, or the utility side, but the way it locks, like, are you talking about the double doors coming into city hall right there in front of council chambers, or the council chambers double doors?
No, the ones to the exterior.
Yeah, he got those ones looked at, and the police side.
Last time I talked to Mark about it, they're just about adjusted out, is the problem. We do have some fairly substantial issues with the slabs. Mostly due to root infestation. I can give you a tour of showing some of these guys where you can see it lifting and settling, and so it's fairly substantial. And I think we've kind of just elected to live with it at this point and hope to get somewhere else. So I don't know that the repairs on the building would be make good common sense. The building, as she says, is old. Maybe better to look at it as a different site for something else or whatever, once we get it.
So are we still moving forward on putting city hall over that?
We are working on it, yes, ma'am. The design for the fire suppression is at the engineer now. They're doing that. We're attempting, we put all the paperwork in, we're waiting for response for repairs to replace the skylight area that was just talked to Joe yesterday about it. He said, I've been every day for 3 weeks trying to get them to answer me, and all I need is a stamp. All I need is a stamp, and we're about to lose it because they won't give me the stamp.
Yikes.
Yeah, so we're trying. And we intend to keep moving forward. But I don't foresee us getting that done within the next year, and so I don't know how much we want to invest in this. But 0, I think, is too low a number. You gotta have something.
I think we have to have something, you know, if any more of these chairs, okay, we're gonna have to buy a new set, right?
So, but that's not building, on the building part of it, man.
Building.
I think on the building part of it, we need to keep it operational to a point.
Right.
That when we do move to the museum, I hope it's in a lifetime, that we get over there. Then we can rent this out. Somebody,
Right,
whatever, to law offices, whatever. And, dream of moving the police station is a possibility. This building just be left to either courts, the courts would probably still be here unless there's an area in the museum for them.
We've got an area eyeballed for them. So I agree with you in that I don't think we need to limit our investment in this building. I don't want to overinvest in something that's truly economic.
But you also don't wanna let it break down. So
Fall down.
there's-
So
What I'm starting to say, Mayor, in a second though, is on, in the topic of building maintenance, and there's multiple use in here. So is this number something that out of our budget that should be a percentage of the big picture?
So if we look at the other, departments, they're each gonna have the same line item. And so I don't know why, that makes no sense to me. Just like utilities, they break it out to, you pay a percentage in the courts and the PD pays a percentage in the water. It's city utilities.
Right, I agree.
That makes no sense at all to me.
We can fix-
Maintenance is the same, right? Maintenance is the same thing in my eyes. This building belongs to the city, doesn't belong to the
But
police
the
department.
court, that line will be used for this room.
Right,
for the-
from your
yeah,
budget.
Yes,
Um,
it's just because otherwise things don't, there's
Wait, fine.
zero, you
Would
know.
it not simplify it if we had a maintenance building fund for city
Yes,
structures?
it would.
Yay.
It would make, and again, I understand why she did it this way. But we give courts, and I forgot what your utilities was, like 17,
Mhm.
we give them $17,000. Then we take back $150 a
Every
month
month, right?
back from, them. Well, why don't we just have a utilities budget?
Right.
Cause we're the ones that, we write the check, it doesn't come, it's not like she writes the check to P and M for her side, and we write one check to P and M and gas and whatever. So I don't understand why we're breaking the budget down and then taking money back, I mean, it's like,
Give it to them and then take
here's
it
your
away.
money, now give it all back.
Now, yeah, here's your $10 and now everybody give me $2 and,
Yeah.
you know,
I like your idea.
It would be, I think, the same thing with the building maintenance. You know, would be this building, fire,
the only issue that I see with that is if one department wants to, you know,
That project.
remodel
Right.
their whole area.
Yeah.
And you guys can agree, planning and zoning's area isn't what the courts area size is versus what the police department size is. So that, I don't know,
So
go ahead, sure, I'm sorry.
I think maintenance and repair is different than a remodel.
right?
So if we did maintenance and repair in a single,
Mhm.
citywide, whatever, then if you need a new roof, a new window, and whatever, it comes out.
Yeah,
If you have a project and you want to remodel, maybe we build a line item in each department for that.
Yeah,
And if I'm wrong, tell me. I don't.
you were talking about furniture, right? Is part of that, building maintenance.
And
If you look all the
we
way
have a
down,
furniture line,
yeah, we have a cap out
Yeah.
furniture. So if you, and, okay, let's say courts wants to remodel everything.
right,
And we did the building maintenance budget as one. Then you would submit, you know, we wanna do this, and you would submit the 3 estimates, blah, 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 comes to the governing body, it gets voted on. That wouldn't come out of the city maintenance, that would be then a new line item for
project line item.
project. And everything.
So, having said that, what do we think is a decent number for now for this? And since he's even having my thinking, that just means city hall itself, correct?
city hall, the hallway probably, bathrooms, I don't know, what we do,
Probably. I don't.
all the, I don't know, anything exterior?
That,
That's why I have,
the way it's set up now, if they had to put a new roof on it, you pay a percentage, PD pay a percentage, city hall pay a percentage.
But if it was like you were talking about, where the city has its own budget line for the building. Is that ridiculous? It doesn't work.
Is there a section in here for building maintenance?
Yeah,
that's what we're
That's what-
talking about.
this is the
Outside of legislative municipal.
Oh, every department has,
Yeah, it's broken out into each department.
Right,
Yeah.
I mean, does every individual building have any?
No,
That's all.
it's all whoever,
First.
so the fire department, they have a building maintenance and repair. The city streets department has the same, each of the departments here have
But each one's focused on their own.
on their own specific buildings.
So we're just dividing up city hall between
Mhm.
all departments.
Yeah.
I agree that, I think that's, I mean, too complicated, yeah.
how does evidence work, so if it's,
It would be part of the PD.
okay.
Yeah, it's,
But that building belongs to,
Okay, so there
That's-
hasn't been
that's
anything done in 30
I know.
years. Since
I
the
know,
building was
but
built.
I know that there's like gaps in there, but that's why I'm asking, like, that would be something,
Yeah, I think just doing it the other way would simplify all of it.
yeah. Mhm.
Then there wouldn't be any argument if it was yours or mine or
Right.
whatever.
Back, they, whatever they got on that, whatever we put in, they combine it all together, and that would be the building license overall.
So I think what we're probably gonna end up having to do is we're gonna have to get them on our end.
Some people don't put
Both are
a whole lot of it,
governing body for your approval. So I think after budget
yeah,
and after we know where we're at in the world, we can come back and review.
Yeah.
Do it all, the fixes that we're talking about, and then bring them to you as a package and go, this is what we want to do.
okay, so what do we wanna put in this line now?
Yeah, so if it's just City Hall, is there anything that you're aware of that needs immediate repair or needs to be?
As far as I know, the only thing that they repaired was the doors like you were talking about, that's paid, done.
Right,
Um,
for the upcoming years,
Did we get a quote for a door for this yet? or-
Yeah, Mark did, I don't remember what it was, but it's pretty high.
Yeah, it's real high.
I know, cause it has to be ADA compliant, you know.
yeah,
Bells and whistles,
So I think at this point, we'll probably just leave those doors
yeah.
for now.
So on the building maintenance, are we going to add in? Cause we had talked about cameras, cause half the cameras not working. Is that gonna be in the building maintenance, or are we gonna start a complete new line for security?
So would that not be maybe equipment maintenance and repair?
mhm.
Well, we could do equipment, well, that's what I'm asking though, do we want it in equipment? Or do we wanna start a separate line where it would be security?
I think we can discuss that at some
Okay.
point, and during this cleanup portion, when we can
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we're.
discuss that.
I think we
See
add
what's
it
close.
now to equipment. And then once it's cleaned up, then we can separate it out if we see it necessary.
and where
So-
are those proposed cameras?
So,
Outside, inside?
so they're, no, outside, and some inside in the PD, those areas that need that type of security of 360. As an example, I purchased a PTZ, it's a handheld zoom camera. Had it mounted up on the building so that we can watch specifically the bathrooms in the park, because we had kids going in and vandalizing. That camera's no longer working, I had a maintenance agreement that apparently either didn't get paid or they just didn't do it, and so there's been some lack of maintenance there on those.
Yeah.
Their stuff in particular, but some of the 360 stuff as well. So,
So I understand a building, like, let's say we start a whole budget for the building and make the security be part of that building. So the city councilors are in here twice a month. And so I don't see that it makes any sense for us to be part of the cameras outside the building when we're only.
no, and you're right, and that, we were whirling a little bit, and we're, I was a little off topic.
Totally. I have this much attention span.
That's what it is.
Because it's, each one is kind of a cookie cutter of each department,
Okay.
it would be specific to whatever department it's related to. We, as the government, not so much.
Okay.
I think the reason everything was divided the way it was to try to, separate out like who used by size of area, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
That was the original plan, but
100 years ago, right?
yeah.
So we can, so we can get on track and stay there. What do we think for building maintenance and repair? Do we leave it at a 0?
Yes.
I would say yes until, and then court can get it compiled.
Right.
Compile what we give each department for maintenance that uses this. And then just compile that and say probably add maybe 15 or 20,000 to it just for this coming year and go from there.
Okay, so moving from there, building maintenance, going to vehicle maintenance. as the governing body, if you need a vehicle, I'm assuming we check one out to you and you go take it.
Well, that's in theory, with the new mayor, that might actually work.
Would be how I would see it.
We gotta put
So
something
it
in there.
Why? Because if you don't have a vehicle, I would leave it at 0.
Okay,
Because if you as a counselor need to take a city
oh,
vehicle, you go
because they're
check one out.
people, okay. Okay,
Equipment, maintenance and repair. What equipment would that be? The stuff within this one?
Mayor, sometime last year, we all had to take our laptops down to Integrity for a big update.
Sure.
And he said, this is ridiculous. These laptops are so old. You need new ones.
That's right.
So that's, I think we need to leave this kind of where it is, so that we can replace laptops. It doesn't say that the maintenance and repair.
I would think there's probably is
we have,
there a cap out computers?
no,
No,
No, I think it would have come out of supplies, materials and supplies
Okay,
is what traditionally in the past would have been, that line would have been used for that.
so
You want finance director? Where did she come from?
well, the computer deal should come out of supplies.
Where is supplies on here? What
right below.
but it's 462.
Oh, materials and supplies. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to raise that. As these.
So could you, one computer gonna cost you that much down there? And
Yeah, so
The equipment maintenance and repair. I'm not exactly sure what she had coming out of there. But to me, that's any repair that you would have on the equipment.
So yeah, that was my question. So is that the sound system, the
Maybe the
television?
sound
the-
system,
Yeah.
they just got it right, this new, device,
Chief, we're running a little behind. We had some technical difficulties this morning, so.
Sorry,
Get some coffee or
that's
something.
all.
Okay, we're a little behind, so. let's have patience. So do we want to leave it at the 45 or 47? If we don't use it, we can always roll it over, turn it back.
Would it be okay to reduce the equipment maintenance and repair by a number that's added into materials and supplies to cover laptops?
I would think
How much of, so we're at 0, does that mean we used
we
all
used
of
it for
our,
something.
I think this with the sound system
the sound system?
and all that.
I had to, now, if we're gonna get the cameras, we're gonna need,
You're not gonna have cameras other than that here, because
no, but on the outside of the.
that's a different.
Oh, okay,
Security.
security,
This
Yeah,
one.
sorry, that was, I scrolled that,
okay, okay.
my fault.
I agree with,
So if we
Councilor
pull it down.
how much are laptops right now, Angela, since you know?
1,500 probably for.
They're about, trying to remember how much I spent for it, about 1,000. If I go through CDW,
Yes, now we all do.
I don't have my phone.
Oh,
You all need one, a new one?
Let me talk to, is it okay if I call Caitlin to bring me my phone?
yeah,
Is everybody okay with that?
okay.
So if we moved, let's say $5,000 out of the equipment maintenance, moved it down to materials and supplies to cover the laptops. Would y'all be comfortable with that?
You know, if we moved it, why don't we make it an easy number instead
Will you
of
bring me
just
my
a 5,000,
phone?
like the 7.
Calculator from
Movable, that's
Seven,
yeah,
yeah.
that's why.
my phone and a calculator.
keep it simple.
Yeah, okay, that
You guys, what do you think?
I'm good with that.
That's
Are you good with that?
What was
We
that?
get 7,000 down to material supplies.
Yes, sir.
And that make it,
So this would be 40.
Add 7,000 to the 2,500,
yes.
Yeah.
so make it 9,500.
Wow, let's talk about service. You, there you go.
What's that number? 95?
9,500.
Who needs a calculator? You're amazing.
You can be the one in charge of the calculator.
Oh, great. Something, huh?
Okay, so postage and shipping. Selena, are you on?
Yeah, she's here.
Yes, Mayor. Postage and shipping is typically like if a counselor or the mayor would like to call a special meeting and we needed to
Put it in the paper.
I don't
and
know. Yeah, I would leave it at the same item it was last year. Or if we have to send anything like to the Secretary of State's office or to the Attorney General's, but typically finance and administration takes the deduction from their account when we do run the postage. So
Okay.
I would recommend to just leave it at the same amount it's on right now.
Okay. Thank you. You guys good with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Talked about training.
Uniforms. Telephone and communications, do you guys have city phones or
No, no,
is that just the percentage for these then, do you think?
I'm not exactly sure because
So if we don't, let's leave it for now and.
Okay, it was for the phone bill, for, Autos Loop, I believe, no, not Loop. I believe.
it would be for the IP phones.
Okay,
Yes.
so
But
okay.
again, here we go with deal same as utilities,
right,
you know,
but for now, we're gonna have to live with it and then we'll do the cleanup later and come back.
yeah, but that's what it's for.
600
Okay.
seems stable, it looks like we're using it, but that's probably what it costs per year. We'll wanna leave that then? You good? Everybody?
Yeah, I do have to say before we move on from that, I was talking to legal counsel from the municipal league, and she suggested that we all have individual counselor phones.
Agreed.
So I think we need to really think about that because the exposure.
And I agree. I have a city phone and I still get calls on my personal phone.
I know,
You've gotta make that hard line divest from your.
Yes.
personal.
right,
But. So. Selena, I'm sorry to keep calling you out, but do you know about what each cell costs for initial cost and?
I
then
I don't have exact number, Mayor, but I would highly recommend that the governing body does it and makes the purchase. Our plan is long standing with Verizon and getting new lines wouldn't be a problem. And Angela, if you can go check our Verizon bill and pull that per line just to see more or less what we can just budget for that, I would recommend it because if I get an IPRA and they want all communications between counselor A and counselor B, I need your phones. And so I don't think anybody wants to give up their personal phones. And we have to we have to give it up. And that was a big issue in the past. Everybody kind of feels weird, but I mean it's if we're gonna be speaking about public business, the municipalized business, you should use a government issued phone. So I would highly recommend we budget it for the governing body or has one if the counselors don't mind.
Okay.
One of the packets are ready on that phone.
Selena, I have a question. This is Councilor Lacewell. I think that in the past, adding an additional line isn't that big of a deal, but what about the cost of the phone itself?
The cost of the phone, Angela, I think Angela has.
So.
We're just doing that right now.
Yeah, so the cost of the phones, a lot of times, I can check with Verizon and find out. But I know in the past, we've done like upgrades and things like that, so we've been able to get free phones. So let me talk to Verizon and see, but I may be able to get it. Free phones or at least greatly reduced phones.
So
And
for now, can we I'm sorry.
well, what I will say,
That until you can get it kind of firm it up a little bit.
it's $50 a line.
It's about $50, the most expensive is about $50.
So look at $100.
Yeah.
$20 a month for the lines.
For the line.
If you can kind of get us some firmer ballpark figure for the phones themselves.
Mhm.
I mean, this is just the first stage. We can come back and do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They don't cover,
Percent.
cover don't this way.
Yeah, so that definitely watch.
Kara, one quick second, she can go get the bill for the last month.
Okay.
And then,
It doesn't have to be right
No,
now.
we didn't, the last ones we didn't buy.
We don't have to do it right this second, just.
Yeah, that's fine.
Workshop.
I haven't watched it.
Boil it down, we can add.
We'll be back again.
Yeah, the mayor's fund was free. That's the last one we.
Dues, advertising and subscriptions. Again, Selena, I'm sorry, but is that gonna go up?
Yes.
Yes, do we just hard as we.
That's my question is.
Wait, sorry, I couldn't get off my mute. Yes, because we're gonna have that legal review over all of our ordinances, and because it will be very expensive, because we're gonna do the majority of the book. Anything within the chapters that pertain to the governing body, like chapter 32, 31, 30. We'll draft or take it out of that account. So I would increase it at least by $100 because I have to put it in the newspaper when we intend to change, or if we do or don't, and then once we adopt, whether we do or not. So it's about $50 for about 2 inches, maybe 1.25 inches of the newspaper. And you have to include what the subject matter is. So the titles get pretty long. I mean, so if we need like 10 inches, you're talking about like when Joey did his CDBG solicitation in the newspaper, it was like $200 for like 10 inches.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, so I would increase it at least by 100 or 200.
So,
I would recommend we just take it up, just jump that up probably to about, an even 12,000. That's
well,
fine.
I'm thinking,
More than that.
or I think 15 would be a safe number.
Well, I had that in my head, but I didn't know if we want to jump that high or not, we can all bring it back.
We can bring it back, yeah, I mean.
There,
Yes, ma'am.
this needs to also include our subscription to the municipal league, and then, so like if Maria takes a
Which is
trip to
also
Mexico,
involved.
there's the dues involved with that.
Right.
So
So is 15 enough?
I don't think so.
Where-
I don't think so either.
18.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought that come out of up here. I thought you were talking about that come out up here up the.
Training.
Of that, in training. or
No,
something.
they'll do it just for the
For
classes,
annual.
annual
dues.
subscription, so like your annual. Membership to the municipal league is the bottom one, and then your classes comes out of training. Like to take the actual class.
So I've completed leadership in New Mexico, and now there's an annual dues. And that, and if when Maria completes it,
Every 18,
It's 18.
and Mr. Taylor's is also, it depends because there's so many. So leadership New Mexico is $750.
that's just for
That's
the
federal.
training.
To go to the parents.
An annual fee for, belong there to.
Off the top of my head, I don't know, I'm gonna say 200. Off the top of my head,
As well as municipal leagues and stuff.
and then municipal.
About a compromise of 16.
16 sounds good enough, because we're jumping it quite a bit, still keeping up with it. So we're going 16, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
How about furniture? We've discussed the chairs. Is that something you guys are interested in doing?
You need another beer if you can.
Fine.
How's your mountain rodeo? I mean, how about?
Long time ago, yes, but
I'm good with the chairs as they stand right now, as long as everybody else is.
Yeah, that's doing pretty good shape.
So we'll just leave it at a 0.
Yeah, each one of those chairs was about $275. So we spent a little over $1,000 on just those chairs, including the 2 guest speaker ones.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna leave what we've got for now.
Okay.
As far as those chairs. We've just got the one that is a little wonky and it's kind of fun to slip it in somewhere and let somebody figure out what they got.
I got a good idea, why
Keep everybody awake.
just buy steel folding chairs, so these meetings can get along a hell of a lot quicker.
You know,
I'm sitting on the
We
steel
could
chairs.
just go get those right now from the museum.
That's what in
We
one.
can look at the chairs that's in the museum, right, Joey?
Right. Okay, so that puts us through for preliminarily, the other ones.
Yes.
That, I apologize, this one too far behind. Up next would be the fire department. Are you ready?
Got a question for y'all while we're, break for a minute.
Certainly.
Since I was looking at the schedule, there's extra time after fire. Can I go after fire?
Sorry, say again.
I'm good. You want?
There's nothing after fire, but we get in there.
Oh, you're gonna get, bumped
Get
up.
it done?
Might as well get it over, and then I may not have to come tomorrow.
Thank you. I actually had asked,
Get it over with.
I actually had asked police to come in before. If they want, why don't you take that slot? And then we can.
No, because they wanna follow me, see what I do.
Yeah.
I'm basic this year, guys, I'm good, I'm basic.
Do we know what line, oh, there it is, it's on page 12.
Are you saying everybody has to do their own budget this year?
Well, they follow me, I don't want that.
Yeah, but you're not done. I figure you gotta come back anyway. Boy, you gotta do, public museum.
No, we don't, I'm gonna give the museum right there when I'm talking about lines. Even though I don't get that line item to do any of that.
Yeah, I guess, as long as you guys are good with that, I am.
I'm okay with
Yeah, it's fine. Once we get to it, as we say, no, and soon.
So whatever, you know, I just figure we can get it,
We can get you extra.
fair beers and help you.
Yeah.
Page 12.
It's gonna be page
Yeah,
12.
it looks like a 9 to me, and I've got my glasses on.
Yeah. Let me go.
You gonna do the fire protection fund as well.
I'm not gonna change anything on it, I'm gonna leave it.
You're gonna leave it to say, okay, so that's on 26.
Just the only thing on the fire fund is we're supposed to get a little bit more this year, because we got to the 5, got 6.
Yeah, you did get a change in your rating, which is a fantastic thing. Thanks for the work.
How long has it been since that rating have changed?
We've been a 6 for as long as I do remember. I don't know exactly when should be order 6, but far back as I remember,
Have we ever been a 5?
I don't believe so. I
Okay.
don't believe so.
Congratulations again. Thank you. Okay.
So we're at 5 now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you wanna do, you said the fire protection fund, you're gonna leave status quo?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just,
Yeah, so I guess I'll have to sit down with Cory, which, once I know the numbers that I'll be getting. And I can sit down with Cory, where to put that.
so. Fire equipment, you ready to go? Okay. What is it, you wanna go line by line, or what is?
We can just go over what I increased and
Okay,
be good,
okay,
so. Yeah, I'm leaving a bunch of it the same, except
You're
for, and equipment and maintenance, I bought the $500.
There's nothing on there.
is this, right, it has a 0, I think.
For the equipment and maintenance repair.
Yeah.
Leave.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry, I printed it for him, but it's very, very small, I tried to read it.
Yeah, which one are you talking about? I'm sorry.
Vehicle maintenance and repair?
vehicle maintenance and repair.
Okay, $500 is what's there, okay. And you need to go up to 5?
Yeah, just a little bit covered.
Up to $1,000?
You minimal is best.
Okay.
Sure.
Next item,
Nice and be in training,
okay,
haven't had anything in there, just. Asking for 1,500 on that one.
The training, does that include?
So, well,
And some of those trainings, like that was the high water rescue, was that, was it?
Split water rescue.
what water,
So what,
yeah,
but did that cost us or was that provided?
none of that need that, so. Really,
Because you didn't have it?
huh,
Because you didn't have it?
right. Well. They offer some of those classes that was costly, so.
yeah, what is the average aid class running at, 4, 5, 10? How much does
If you go
the
to-
average aid class
It really depends,
on what it is?
yeah,
Okay,
I've seen classes up to 750 and classes that are 200,
okay, so
so,
1,000 or less usually,
yeah.
Okay. Would that affect your travel mileage and per diem at all?
depends on what it
Well,
is.
if we have to go far, but most of it I'm trying to find just here. Locally,
Okay.
that way
Keep that cost down.
Savings, yeah,
Yeah, it's cheaper when they get a instructor to come here to.
That's right. So you're asking for 1,500 there?
yeah,
Okay.
just to have something in there, so when it comes, I could say, okay, yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
Mayor,
What else? Yes, ma'am.
I would recommend, Heath, that you increase your per diem and mileage, because if there's a class or something comes up, which it typically does, and it's out of town or far away, I would at least put $100 at least so you could have that mileage or more.
So in travel mileage or in
Travel mileage
per diem?
and per diem.
Okay,
The second.
yeah, second, 0.
How much is a typical
We're talking,
travel mileage?
Yeah, it's now, it's only.
It's 70 cents a mile. 70 cents a mile.
You're gonna need, if you have a class in Taos or something, it's gonna be $1,000 probably by the time it's all said and done.
I just, I'm through.
Yeah.
Hotel.
So you good with that,
yeah,
everybody?
does,
Yeah.
And
And per diem.
Travel and per diem, yes, sir. Okay. What's next?
They budget somebody if it's.
so,
I think that was covered before, right? And that'll be a Donna thing. She does all the payroll, FICA and all of
I
that.
think what Mr. Taylor is asking if we need to cover training and travel mileage for him, if there was a hire.
No, I mean, if we get an assistant
It's already.
chief. Does that benefit your $60,000?
It's already in here.
I thought that was budgeted prior year though.
Yeah, that was.
I'm lost, but what is the
Your
answer?
full-time fire employment,
Your part-time
Your
employee.
position,
Right,
if it is filled, I think that was budgeted prior year, so it should carry over.
right.
Right.
So, and I don't have, I think she bumped all that up to her.
That's what I'm saying, I think it's already been done that.
Okay. Yeah,
What's the next item, sir?
so the next is one of my biggest asks and pleads is, the per vehicle.
So cap out vehicle?
Yeah, being capped out vehicles. So, pick up. And one yeah. What's the word I'm looking for?
Backed out.
Spec'd out, then. Is the Ford F-350, gas, not diesel, save a little bit of money on that and. It's all been driving to be the diesel. Okay. That's around 81,000, full package, out the door, ready to go. Good. The car, it's doing the job right now, but if we get a call, we haven't had one in a while, but it seems like up on GMC Lane, that car can go up there. And it's more of a paving princess on, if I get something up behind the traffic, can't take that car, with flooding, that car doesn't do load of the drain. If I have an emergency, I gotta go through it,
Is this a 4-wheel drive?
It's 4-wheel drive, full package,
Skid plates,
skid.
off-road suspension.
Is the Scout still out there? Wasn't there a Bronco or a Scout?
There's, the old blue beast, I think.
The old blue
Explorer.
Ford Explorer,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, it's still there. It's running on its last leg.
I,
It's still being a trooper.
electrical problems or something?
Yes, so last time, we had to jump it. Thought we smoked under the dash, but it's still running and we can't figure out what buttons to cut.
Okay.
It's just everything that we got over there is old. It's old. Just,
What year is that moving?
2006, I believe.
Yeah, 7.
20 years.
And then like the Explorer, we running right now, the white one, you know, it's got 180,000 miles on it. And there's little issues with it, but,
So it's a hand-me-down cop car, right?
right,
That's all they've had there since I've been working for the city. The fire department never really had a new vehicle. And when they did get a new one, I'm not gonna mention any names, but they screwed it up in about a year and a half. And it's just, they poured money into it, poured money
That's
into
the
it.
Dodge.
Yep,
yeah.
yep.
Didn't you have to replace the motor and?
So with the Dodge, there's been, I believe, 6 fuel pumps replaced in it. The motor's been replaced in it. The fuse block has been replaced 3 times.
So major repairs, it's probably.
It's been down more than it's been on the road. Unreliable.
That thing's to me go to the lawn yard, let them take it down there in the yard and they'll sell it. I support the fire department. They haven't had a new vehicle that's outside of the fire trucks. Everything's went into the big fire truck. They don't take them out. They can't get up in there where this needs to go. And that's not a bad price because the truck itself runs about 56,000. So the rest of it is the suspension, the brakes,
Yeah,
the brake system. It's all rubber matted on the inside so that they don't work like carpet. And it's gonna have a lockable cover on it and everything, so it's equipment they put in there, if they need, keep it locked up. So, and that's I think it's a fair price because the last one brush truck they got before they even put anything on it was like up in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Close to that. So,
I just saw, it shocked me. I saw a Ford Ranger for sale for 50K. And it's a Ford Ranger. I paid that for my first house.
You got lucky.
You know, that's a long time ago.
Most trucks are running about 170 to 180 on its own. So it's not really a bad.
And Mayor, members of council, on the next agenda, he's actually added an item to our gov deals to auction off that Dodge and try to get some money out of it.
I think that's something we need to do, but it's gotta be reliable and it's that thing's,
I think we probably get 20 out of the auction
okay.
because of the year.
Well, cut our losses in, I guess.
Exactly. We fixed, I mean, I think every time you put a fuse block in, you have to take it to the dealer and get programmed. The last 6 weeks and then burn the fuse block up again. And I really believe a lot of the problems were from the previous fire chief, his own wiring the vehicle. It's not like the old days, you can't pull power from where you want, you know.
Right, sure.
We've cut all the gremlins out, but it's still got issues.
So
Yes, ma'am.
we've had 2 catastrophic years, within our county. And that has affected the racetrack, and that's ongoing for at least another year. And the racetrack, although they don't contribute to our budget, they do contribute to the budget of the county. And I think we need to be real frugal in thinking about getting a new vehicle right now. That we need to find out what our revenue looks like when Mr. Tarvin has an opportunity for that. And not even think about new vehicles for any department this year.
So. Selena, would you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think today is just the asks and then we get down to the, pardon the language, nut cutting a little later.
Yes, so, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I
So,
agree as well on that too, but here, my thinking with this, especially with our flooding we got going on right now. I'd rather pay an $80,000 vehicle to go do a rescue than take my $600,000 vehicle, go do that rescue. If something was to catastrophic.
If you're gonna lose something, it would
In
be.
that,
Okay,
you know, I'd rather lose something as low as 80,000 versus 600,000 to get it replaced. And that, I mean, it took us. But I want to say since 2017, I think we saved up to get that last fire truck we got right now, you know, and. Just, I agree with you, we need to be frugal. And that's why I back off on a lot of stuff. Asking for anything more than that. But we also, we need something reliable. You know, there's not a given day that I don't know if that exploder down 109,000 miles on it. That it's just not gonna crap out on me and then I don't have nothing. You know, and within the summertime would be fine, I can use one of the fire trucks.
Right.
But in the winter time, I'm not gonna be able to do that because, you know, I have to worry about it's just be freezing. So, and more is, you know, it's for reliability. Is what I'm asking for everyone for.
What are you driving now? When I drive past your house, there's a vehicle parked out there. I've never looked at it. What is that vehicle?
It's the hand-me-down I got from the PD.
It's a Ford Explorer.
Ford
It's not
Explorer.
a pickup.
No,
No,
it's one of the,
That
the
pickup
police.
truck is the one that's giving me all the problem.
It's a Ford Explorer, it's basically a water-based SUV. The-
So I had one.
it's tools, like I can't, there's certain tools I can't put in it. Just something.
Keith, isn't that the truck that broke down? Wasn't that the last new one that Kenny bought like 10 years ago?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah, and it's been
So-
broke down more than it's been on the road.
Yeah, and
He's
he's already
got
put
it.
half of
He's
its
17.
value back in there. He's already put money into it.
sorry, say that one more time.
Kenny spent a bunch of money in the past trying to fix everything because it was the only rig being used 24/7. Is that right?
Yes. And
So
that's
any
part of
fun-
our discussion earlier is that they put more money in it than it's worth, so it needs to go down the road.
And this being the only quote unquote reliable vehicle is a hand-me-down vehicle that the PD has already exhausted as it is. I would highly recommend this being a priority considering everybody's anticipating a large flood again.
I have a question.
This one,
How long would it take to get this vehicle?
If they have one that will work in stock, we can get it immediately. If we have to custom order it, we're looking at 8 to 10 weeks minimum.
So if the one you're driving now breaks down, we taking your bike on calls?
I would if you'd allow me to.
no. So, yeah, you've got two vehicles, basically, two Ford Explorers, one of them's 109,000 miles, the other, the white one's got 100 plus in it too,
Yeah,
right?
100, the white one's got 100, the blue one's a little bit less than that, but. And the only reason I really keep that is because
It just won't die.
it won't die, it hasn't yet, you know, and even get reason to keep them. So,
I think it's.
and it's not, I'm not putting a whole bunch of money into it, you know,
it's,
like I was with that Dodge, I mean, that Dodge only has. I think it barely broke 50,000 miles. And it's supposed to be, you know,
it's not cost effective to keep pouring money into something that's,
right,
Leaving.
so. My suggestion is, can we leave it for now as a possibility, and then as we get closer, we should have a better idea of maybe yes or no?
I agree.
You
Yeah,
guys good with that?
I agree. I think that this is a purchase that we really need to think about hard. This, everybody's livelihood depends on this purchase, I think. Fire tends to be first on scene. And I don't know about you guys, if I'm having a heart attack, I hope you can get to me.
Also, I'm sorry, what did you say that spec out was 80?
even once, yeah,
One. That's 81 total.
total, and lights, package, truck.
No extra wiring on it, by you guys.
It's 81?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, sir?
And then my collapsing wall I got over there, so I put that underneath Gap LA, there was a tool there. I don't know exactly where to put that.
Joey, would that be
It's a capital improvement.
Yes. And what did we, I know you talked to me about this wall, what did we, that was,
Okay, so this wall here council approved what they wanted to replace it with, which came up to about 300,000 insurance. Denied it, gave us 111,000. So we don't know what to do with this wall. Piece is gonna fall down. When it does, it's gonna take out the HVAC system. It's gonna tear up the side of his building. So I gave him a cost to get a contractor to pour it in concrete and replace it.
So Joe, you're talking about a retaining wall, not a wall in the building.
It's
Oh,
So-
okay.
And if you look where the trailer is at.
Yeah, I understand that now. I thought he was talking about the back of the building. I thought it was a wall at the back.
the one between that and the single wide.
So the retaining.
Yes, ma'am.
There is,
What is-
there for you, but,
What is that number? Each,
36.5.
That's with the concrete, put some money in there for engineering and for putting on it. We hope that'll get it done. That was the cost 2 years ago, was $30 a foot.
so probably 50 now.
It could be, but I did.
The longer we wait on these repairs, the more expensive they get.
Cap out material.
At the very bottom.
Would it make more sense to put that in the fire station?
No, it needs to be a cap out because it's an asset,
Mhm.
and so it has to be capped out.
All right, what's that number?
1073.48.060. That
Yes,
number, is that what you're asking?
Yes.
36,000.
And the amount?
38.5,
Oh, I thought you said 36.
30,
36 or 38?
sorry, 36.5.
Well, if he got the bid on the concrete, and it's last year when he got it, you know darn good what it's gonna be up, because fuel prices are up, transportation costs to get to.
No, I'm sure it's not 30 a foot, but it gives us a ballpark figure.
So I'm just,
Yeah, if we put 40,
it's put 40 in.
do you think?
Right.
Joey,
And it's,
It'd be better to have more than not enough. I mean,
yeah,
we're
I'd rather have
different.
enough to get it done than not.
Right.
And this is cap out materials and tools,
Yeah.
yeah,
40.
It's either that or buying the building when it collapses, right?
HVAC unit is gonna cost 20 grand to replace the HVAC if it falls.
Yeah, that'd be,
Get that.
anything else, sir?
that's all I'm asking for. This one.
Angela, do you project anything else? Changing for this department? Oh, yeah, thank you.
We certainly can.
You know, Corey, I don't know if you want to look at on the subscription side or the more the telephone side.
we discussed the telephones and,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we already just.
yeah, we were discussing that, that's why we'll work on that towards the end when we clean this up.
okay.
While we're
Perfect.
putting stuff in here, and I've got two, in here. For a long time,
Yes, you do.
Retired chief, that's not the same.
Acting chief.
for a long time,
Yeah,
I've always believed in that the departments come in here and they budget. They budget for a new vehicle, they budget for equipment and tools, but yet when they sell it, it goes back into general fund. I feel it should go back into there.
and I agree with you. There's a lot of things that we need to fix and change, and just because it's the way it's always been done, doesn't mean it's the right way to do it.
That's right, so I would just want to,
We gotta fix them.
you get with Corey, see what he thinks about it, in the long run. And then vehicles that they go back into the budget system unless it's, okay.
So I've already started working on that since I got Heath here. Heath does the helicopter landing and you charge what,
300,
300.
yeah, so it's split 150.
So supposedly it's supposed to be split. 150 goes in the general fund for everyone and then.
No, sir.
No,
No, those two
goes to Parks.
Yeah, because Parks Department, because of what they
lights.
wrecked on
And destroyed.
they destroyed, sorry, but goes into that to go to him. And fire's supposed to get the other 150. You've done how many?
Large, every day, tons.
We'll go with a lot. Fire has never seen a single penny of that money.
Well, what she was doing, so you know. At first she tried to split it up and give it to us. Tim was doing it, Jim was doing it. Mary came in, said that was illegal, put it in general fund, and said me and him had to ask for it. So that's where it went after
Did you
that.
guys put a standing order of gimme?
Did you want?
I do, but he didn't know any better to tell us.
Okay, so I think that's again fixable.
Yes, that's something, cause he was talking about going back to fire or back.
Along the same lines, you heard it.
Yeah, that's something that I've been trying to fix. I've been trying to figure out just how much is in there. Did she ever give you any of yours?
Yeah, what I did is what she did with me was I made a park improvement fund. It's what we set it up as.
Okay.
Carol Verdon. So every year I would ask, she wouldn't tell me how much was there, but I would throw a number out like I have this year of 10 grand for park improvement, and it would just get approved.
So,
So there could have been 20, 30.
It could have been a lot more, it could have been less, 'cause she wouldn't tell me those numbers.
right,
So they shouldn't be.
we're gonna be a little bit more transparent.
Yeah, I think everything will look better in the future.
And then I don't know
But
if
to
that's.
answer your question, I'm trying to get that done so
All
that
right, guys, let's take a potty break.
it goes back to that.
I overflowed.
Yeah, but I can now.
Can we be back in 10?
Yeah.
Mine was. Yeah. I didn't check. Mine's about as simple as Heath, it's just 5. I didn't increase my cheap.
Yeah, from 10 to 11 anyway, so.
I'm trying to make it easy, cause we don't know what. How do you ask for money? Big money when you don't even just. You should ask for lots. If not, I'll give you what you need.
Lori asked for a boat. No, I'm kidding.
And so sit down with all the budgets approved.
You've come back, just, yes, no, we're looking at.
Yes, no, maybe.
That's because it's never on, but
Right, yeah, and then that's.
is that something you and I can sit down?
Yeah, then I am trying to.
Get some water in there, you go, right? They have, you have these girls that have coats, I'm afraid. With glasses when it's happening.
Mayor,
Yes,
Mayor, you called for a break just now, 9:33?
at 9:30, well, it was 9:30 when I called for it. According to
9:30.
this,
And how long is the break for?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay. And Corey, can you email me the worksheets y'all are working off of? The ones I have are old. I'm getting different numbers.
Yes, ma'am, I'm writing down everything that they're suggesting. And then I will email that to you, so you'll have all the suggestions.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I might have to jump off sometime in here a little bit, but I don't know.
You take care of you.
Thank you.
So, Selena, do you want somebody else to do minutes so you don't have to be here?
No, we don't do verbatim. We just attach our or Mayor, can I call you? I'm sorry. And
Yes, please. Go
okay,
ahead, call.
Corey, can you put pause on recording? I'm so sorry. During breaks, you don't have to record. Thank you.
Take care, Selena.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.